sound can mean only one thing. Chris and I are back for another episode of Outside the Cinema, your weekly source for cult movie discussion. I feel like I sound a little monotony this morning.
Yeah. Pollen?
The pollen's actually not been as bad the last few days. It's not great.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's better than it was.
It's not saying much.
No, it's really not saying much, but I don't know, I'm just tired. It was a busy weekend. Travis had a baseball tournament in Worcester on Saturday, and then I shot a show on Saturday night, so I got to drive out to Worcester, sit in the sun for like 2 hours, drive back from Worcester to Beverly, shoot a show until like around like 10:30 or so. And then yesterday I just like kind of vegged, and I think I'm now in that like I was overtired, and then I did too much. I didn't do enough yesterday. I'm like in that like weird sort of middle ground. But welcome back, everyone. Good to see you. Good to know that you're there. If you're there, and if you're not there, then you don't know that I'm talking to you anyway, so it doesn't matter. But this week on the show, Patreon picks. They keep coming in, and I love it. Makes my job nice and easy.
Yeah.
Make sure I give, I believe these were Nelson's, right?
I don't remember you telling me.
Yes, these are Nelson's. Okay. Hey, Bill, couple picks. Have you ever covered Sons of Steel?
No,
but now we will.
Yeah.
Now we will. That is available on Shudder and Canopy. Is one word to explain the film as bonkers. And that sounds 100% right after watching it.
Yeah.
And number 2, Freaked, which I don't think we've ever covered, and I'm actually surprised that we've never covered it.
Yeah, we haven't, but yeah.
Yeah, so Freaked available on Prime and Hoopla. He also goes on to add, I missed the throwdown, but I totally understand why you don't do it. Thanks, man. I missed the throwdown too, but again, I also understand why you don't do it.
Yeah.
Nelson's been a supporter for a while, so thank you very much for your continued support of the show, and thank you very much for sending in your picks. 2 films that are definitely prime OTC fare, so that's awesome. Before we get to that, if you want to see Don't Forget to Leave, it's now available on Relay, which is a independent streaming service. I believe I mentioned it a couple weeks ago. We had a rights thing that we worked out. It's worked out. It's available on Relay. Relay is $4.99 a month, which is a really good price for what, I mean, not as good as Tubi, which is free, but we're not on Tubi yet. So, we will be on Fossum very soon. I don't have a date or anything, but I know that they picked it up, so it'll be on Fossum soon, which is free.
Very nice.
And more to come. More to come. We worked out a new deal with some stuff, and it just, the only thing is it takes time. I get people that just don't understand how it works, that are just like, it's been like 2 years. Why just make it available for us? And it's like, yeah, we're working on that. People just want me to upload it to YouTube and just be like, well, I'm like, I don't have a verified channel on YouTube anymore. That's like, well, I mean, I have verified channels. I don't have monetized channels.
Gotcha.
And since you didn't pay for it out of your pocket, I didn't pay for all of it. We did have a crowdfunding, but anyone that crowdfunded has had the opportunity to see the film multiple times. So they're not the ones complaining, I don't think. But yeah, just like anything else, man, sometimes things take time. Sometimes things don't go the way you want them to. And sometimes it's just, you got to figure it out. I apologize that it's taken as long as it has, but I'm doing everything I can. But I can't just throw it on YouTube, as people would love me to do. And honestly, I would love to do that. Like, I would love to do that, but like, it cost a lot of money to make the movie. I mean, not in the scheme of things, it was a very cheap, very, very, very cheap film to make. But like,
you can't compare this to like The World. I mean,
right? But just like, I promise, it's coming. It's it's available. So now it's available on 2 currently. It's on Relay, and it is still on Hoopla. It'll be on Hoopla. It is on Fossum, or will be on Fossum momentarily. It's going to be on Canopy pretty soon too, I believe. I just haven't gotten the exact information on that, but that's one that they said will be coming. So
good.
Yeah. What about you? What do you got going on?
Yeah, not much.
Okay, then.
No.
Good.
Now the kids are out of school now, so we're trying to figure out how they can take over the social media aspect of Spectopia and Channel 27 and see how that goes.
Nice.
Because, I mean, my wife can do a lot of stuff, but she can't do everything.
No, understandable. As a guy who does everything.
Yeah, it's
Like,
tough.
I get it. You can't do everything.
Yeah.
Things fall by the wayside that you don't want to, and it's no fault of you just can't keep it all in your head.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
that's good.
We'll see how that goes in the next few weeks.
Nice.
But thank you, everybody that's been buying shirts and stickers. It's great.
Dope.
I know it sounds like I'm not thrilled, but I really am.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the pollen, right?
It's the pollen and the autism together. I just don't have an excited voice.
We call it politism.
Politism. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, let's get into some reviews.
There's only medicine for half of it, which
That's
is
true. Well, no, there's medicine for both of them. There's medicine for both of them. I just don't know if you can take them together.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Antihistamines aren't going to level you out too much, I don't think.
No, but the dispensary should probably help with the thinking about itchy eyes.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because your eyes will just be closed the whole time then.
Yeah, I just go to sleep. I'm fine.
It's fine. I'm going to take these Doritos and I'm going to take a nap.
in this chair, and this remote control, and this ping pong paddle.
Did you know that
movie.
Cool Ranch Doritos in Europe are known as Cool American flavor?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's funny, right?
That actually is the first thing I've heard renamed that makes sense.
It's funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. All right, hey, do you have a preference to which we cover first?
Yeah, let's do Sons of Steel first.
Sons of Steel first. Okay, let's see if we got a trailer here. Not there. Maybe let's see if there's one on YouTube. The tube of Yube. What? That doesn't make any sense. Sons of Steel. This movie was. I had never actually heard of this.
No, from the poster, I thought it was made like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it has that like fake, faux retro. Maybe it is a new poster for one because I think Umbrella released a new version of it a couple years ago.
That would make sense. That would make sense why it looks like Dave Dorman's artwork. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's a trailer from Umbrella from a couple years back.
What you want to do is save hundreds with Liberty Mutual customizes
yeah,
your car
we know.
insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop?
Black Alice, the man in question, is a peace activist.
The Pacific nuke-free zone is about to come undone.
The man is a rebel, and rebels must be destroyed.
Sick.
Get this thing out of my neck! I've got to get back!
Melted bodies!
I'm demolecularized.
I bet you're the sort of bloke who picks his underpants out of his bum with his finger while he's talking to you. Come and sit on Alice's knee.
Oh man. Sons of Steel. 1988. Oh, it doesn't get more Australian than this movie, man.
Yeah. I can't.
This is so. I'm surprised we hadn't heard of this because
I'm surprised we don't have T-shirts and pictures with the entire cast.
I know, right? But like, this wasn't covered in the ozploitation documentary, Not Quite Hollywood, I don't think. Which is where we got a ton of the ozploitation stuff from, you know, early on in the show of reviews, and we watched so many fucking awesome movies from that run of Australian films that like this film is like so like of that ilk. Like stunt rock and like trying to think of the other ones that were like just like really like wacky, like the Phantasm movies and what that was, Alvin Rides Again, and like what was the one where they had the girl fucking chained to the front of the fucking Mad Max car? Fair Game?
Oh, yeah, I think I think so.
Either way, Sons of Steel like falls right into this world of ozploitation, and it is so fucking crazy. How crazy is it, Chris?
It's both what the hell am I looking at and, wow, this is kind of trite all at the same time. Here's something kind of weird about this movie that I just, because I just started reading about it because I watched it last night. It says that this film was based on an original short called Nightmare with a K. Knightmare.
Yep.
Which is how you say it. Written, co-directed, and music directed by Gary Elkidi, who is the director of the feature, but also it was co-directed, the short, by Yahoo Serious.
Yes. It also starred the same Rob Hartley, who was Black Alice, who was the lead in this one. He was in that too. It was like it was a short that was like a proof of concept, I think.
Yeah, it says it was shown before Dune.
Yep, makes sense.
And the short received enough notice for producers to be interested in a feature. So,
yeah. Yeah, all that sounds right. I've never seen it. But
I'm going to see if I can find it.
Knowing
Probably
what
the same
Sons
thing.
of Steel is, it all makes sense. Rob Hartley, he was in just this and that short.
Yeah.
Which is kind of surprising to me because he is a presence.
He's something.
He is a presence on screen.
I am still not sure what, but he is something. He's not like a musician or anything.
No, I don't know what his
in
deal
the
is.
public eye, is he? Because there's
Not that I
nothing
can
under
tell.
trivia. It's weird. But he's got a look that is both fascinating and off-putting at the same time.
It's fascinatingly off-putting.
Yeah. Like, he's got a haircut that's definitely a choice. Like,
Well, it's funny because he wears hats through the first like 2/3 of the, well, maybe like half the movie. He's got either like a commander's cap on that's all steampunked out, or he's wearing a fedora in case jumping vampires attack him. And then midway through, he takes the hat off, and I was betting on myself here that I knew, like, okay, well, he's bald, despite the fact that he has like waist length, partially dreadlocked hair metal hair.
yeah. It's an interesting type of loose or lazy dreadlock. I don't know how to describe it.
I think it's just he just didn't wash his hair. Is what it was. But he
Okay,
takes the
that's
hat
fair.
off, and yes, lo and behold, he is bald. But he's also shaved his head back
Yeah.
like a couple inches past where his hairline is. And it's still bald in the middle to the back, which, you know, I'm a dude who's lost a bunch of his hair. I got a bald spot. I'm not fucking, no hate on the fact that he's bald. But like the fact that he also then has waist length hair
Yeah.
from like the back and the sides, but also has it partially shaved across the top. It's a bizarre, I'm guessing what is supposed to be like a futuristic haircut.
It reminds me a lot of that one tall goon's haircut in Time Cop, who had a mullet, but it was shaved down to the skin on the sides of the head. at an angle, so it wasn't a mohawk. It
Yeah.
was just weird looking.
Yeah.
It's memorable. It absolutely looks like they made a Rasta Lego figure, and that's the hair that you click on the top of the head, but he put it on the back for some reason.
He looks 100% like the most random 10-year-old generated creator wrestler in the WWE 2K
Oh my God,
series.
yeah. And they forgot to hit the size slider, so he's super tiny.
But he's jacked up top.
He is. He is essentially the Outback's Wolverine
Yeah. Yeah.
for size and attitude. Like he could be Australian Wolverine.
Anyway, this takes place in the far off future of 2002, I believe.
Yep. Yep.
You have Rob Hartley, who plays Black Alice. Black Alice is the jack of all trades. He is a world famous rock star. He's also the leader of the peace movement, the anti-nuclear movement, the anti-government movement. Like, he's the guy that's like against everything that the corrupt government is trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
and the first thing this corrupt government did was take 65% of everybody's light bulbs.
Yes. Yes.
It's dark inside these places.
Well, it's and when you peel the curtain back, it's because they couldn't afford to buy any more light bulbs.
yeah.
Because
But it's bright in Australia, from what I understand. They could have just used some reflecting boards or something.
not in the warehouse where they filmed this.
Oh, boy. The basement of the warehouse, you mean?
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Black Alice is, he's he's famous. He's freedom fighter. He's he's the guy. He's the guy.
he's the Mary Sue. Of
Mary
the story.
Sue,
He's
yes.
the Luke
So-
Skywalker.
We're introduced to Max Head. Nope, sorry, just Head.
Oh no, it's definitely RoboCop 2 Kane's dumber nephew.
Yes.
Or the Lawnmower Man had a son. We're not
Well,
sure.
it's basically-
My wife said Lawnmower Man. I said RoboCop 2. So I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Well, I mean, it's the underdeveloped Max Headroom character because his
Yeah.
name is Head,
Yep.
and he is your narrator. And
yeah, which
he's-
you see twice.
three
right?
times actually, I think.
Great
and he is there
narrator.
specifically just to grind the action to a halt.
Well, initially, when he first shows up the first time, I was okay with that because
yeah, the
it
first
kinda
one.
gives you a little background. After that, no, you're right.
This film also has well strategically placed black points for commercials to be entered to it.
Yes.
But the version on Shudder, obviously because Shudder doesn't do commercials, it's just blank spots in the movie.
yeah. Fade down, fade up.
So but this Head guy gets up there and he's like, "Oh, Black Alice is the best. The forces of the government are trying to bring nuclear submarines into Australia, which is now known as the Pacific Oceanic area." And a whole bunch of sci-fi dystopian mumbo jumbo. But essentially what it comes to is there's a treaty that's no nuclear weapons are allowed in the Australian area. But for whatever reason, the government wants to bring this nuclear sub in and they've okayed it. But the freedom fighters don't want it there.
Right.
So then we're introduced to Black Alice.
Yeah. A lot of buildup on this guy.
Yeah. And we're introduced to him through a live music performance.
Yeah.
Which can only be explained as, I mean, there's actually probably a lot of ways you can explain it, but I will do my best to explain it to you as new wave of British heavy metal without any of the like anger or what's the word I want to use? Anger and veracity of like those new wave of British metal bands. Like, we'll use Iron Maiden as an example. I don't know if they're the
Yeah.
best example, like something like that style with basically all of the teeth taken out of it.
Yeah.
Pop hooks, singing the stuff. He's got, background singers, and the song is all about how we've got to do things. Like,
Yeah, basically
Now.
this is the opening act for Black Roses when they go international.
pretty much, yeah. But yeah, God bless him. Black Alice is up there. Also, Black Alice is a white guy, so take
Well,
that however you want to.
Is he Aboriginal? Is he?
No, he's a white.
wasn't
No, he's a
sure.
white guy. He's not an Aborigine.
I don't know. He was very, very tanned.
Well, he's very tan, but that doesn't that doesn't make you an
No, I
Aborigine.
don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm tired of trying to figure this shit out. So he could whatever. He could
Whatever.
be from Mars. I don't know.
So either way, he's up there singing his heart out, and it's I guess it's supposed to be like a big concert or something, but there's no crowd.
No. No.
There's a couple of like dignitaries on the side or whatever that are there to try to woo Black Alice into working with the government. But there's this point in the performance where they bring like a fake nuclear rocket onto the stage. And Black Alice says, "We gotta blah, 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 now, blah." And he jumps onto and straddles the rocket.
Yep.
The rocket that is shaped exactly like a penis.
Once he pulls on the reins and pops.
Yeah,
it up, it's
grabs
just
the reins, he pulls
just
it
two
up, and
metal
the
barrels.
The front of it opens up, and like all these sparks and shit shoot out of it.
Yeah.
And then he like flies off the stage on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about right. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was into it.
I'm like, this is great. The song is terrible. The effects are bad. None of it makes any sense.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm on board.
Yeah.
So he flies off the stage, and then you have your whatever talk with the government people, and then he brings a chick home with him because he's Black Alice, obviously.
Yeah,
he's gonna
sure,
bang
yeah.
all the chicks. He pulls, Chris. He
He does.
pulls.
He does. There's not a lot of people that like look clean and showered in this world, so
No.
Yeah.
So he beds this lady while still wearing his cadet's cap. And they have a quick short conversation, and in just like this is like the random shit that happens in this movie. Like he takes a drink off the bed stand there,
yeah.
and it's green. And he takes a sip of it, and the girl goes, "Oh, Alice, don't drink that milk. It's been there forever. It's probably green." And it was. If he had looked at it, he would have seen. And then he just spits it all out, which leads to the question of, like, why do you just have a random jug of milk on your nightstand that you didn't put back in the refrigerator?
Yeah, also, if it tastes bad, don't you want all of the taste out of your mouth? Or do you just want to sit there with milk and chunks on your face?
That's fine.
I guess.
So then somebody comes in and, like, tries to kill him or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something weird happens. We meet some of the bad guys, the corrupt police, and then we know that there's a crazy, like, mad doctor guy, I guess. Once you get past this first part of the first act of the movie, things start to go off the rails pretty significantly, pretty quickly. But in this weird way, they kind of lean into it. And I think that's why they created the narrator head character to come back in and try to like pull you back into what was going on.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
So I'm still on board at this point, and I'm like, okay. And then Black Alice is gonna go have a meeting with, I don't know, somebody, the police or whatever, and then he breaks into song, and I realize this is a fucking musical.
Yep, I realized that. I read a comedy sci-fi musical.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that. I felt that the performance at the beginning was just us being introduced to his rock and roll lifestyle and persona,
Yeah, that would make sense.
not knowing that we were in line for a weird hair metal Australian sci-fi musical.
Yeah.
And Chris, how do I feel about musicals?
You're not a fan.
No, you're correct. I'm not,
Not
a
a
fan.
fan.
Not a fan.
No, especially when that musical looks like it could be the prequel to Repo the Genetic Opera.
Which I was definitely not a fan of.
I know, that's why I said it. Yeah. I remember.
The only musical I've seen in the last number of years that I feel I can get on board with is Anna and the Apocalypse.
Yeah, that was good.
And that's a holiday film, so I kind of feel like it almost gets a pass as being a musical.
Yeah, because it's Christmas and you're singing around Christmas. We sing at Christmas anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. But like, yeah, Repo the Genetic Opera. What was the other one I just had in my head that I was thinking of? There was Anna and the Apocalypse, which wasn't bad.
Rocky
Poltergeist.
Oh, that's a musical? I never saw
Yeah,
it.
it's a musical. What's the one you just said?
Rocky Horror.
Well, no, yeah. Oh, yeah. They, like the classic ones. Like
I do not
yeah.
like that one. I know that.
Yeah, not a fan. But yeah,
I like
musicals are not my
some
thing.
of the songs, yeah. No,
Yeah,
I get-
musicals are
hey,
not my thing.
That's fine.
So, strewn about, we have like 7 or 8 music video performances. And they're all, they're all fine for what they are. Because they're all ridiculous. And most of them don't even really make sense within the story because it's not even like a scene. It's like a music video thrown in of him like walking through dark alleys and like
Yeah, it's like the time. It's like it takes the place of him, like having an internal struggle. He sings his internal struggle instead. That's about it.
Yeah,
Like when he's trying to make a decision, right? It's just, I'm gonna sing. I don't care who's around. It's like, well, dude, maybe you should.
yeah, and so in between all the singing, there's a little bit of story here and there. Black Alice keeps having these like visions of the shrine,
Yeah.
which is only like kind of explained.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like Sons of Steel it's a phrase that's used a bunch in the movie, which is good because it should. Otherwise, what the hell? But I'm not really sure how it all connected together at all. That doesn't make sense to me. It did it to you?
No, not really.
Okay.
So, like, the government guys kidnap Black Alice. Black Alice is supposed to go to this, like, after this, he goes to this club, and then he's supposed to go to this ferry that's going out for, like, a party or whatever. But he's kidnapped by the police, and mad scientist guy whose sister is, like, fighting against the corruption or whatever, sends Alice back in time. So then it turns into a time travel movie halfway through.
Yeah.
And he goes
There's a
back in
lot-
time. Or no, he
There's
goes
a lot going on here.
he doesn't go he goes forward in time into the future.
Right, they
Not back in
digitize
time.
him or some shit
Yep.
they said.
Yeah, and so he ends up like a bunch of years, like 20 something years into the future, and there's been like a nuclear apocalypse because the night that he got sent to the future, the ferry runs into the nuclear sub, and like there's a big explosion or whatever. So
Yeah, everybody dies or some crap.
yeah, it gets all very
Yeah.
very confusing. No, not even confusing. There's just no information.
No, it just doesn't. None of it makes sense. Like that's the whole big hook is we got to save the ferry and the world. But like, your people started the whole thing. Like that's your group that's gonna go shut down the subs. So yeah, you probably should go fix the mistake you're about to make.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, and then stop singing and just go fucking do it. Don't hem and haw and look around and be, oh, I don't, fucking, where's the women? That's this whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah. But in this weird sort of way,
Sorry,
we're not doing it justice. Because if you think about it, it's this dystopian rock opera type film. But also it's like it's got like a cyberpunk thing going on with it. But somehow it all
It's
kind
a
of
lot.
works in a weird
Yeah.
sort of way. And is strangely enjoyable. To a point.
That's true. I can't argue that I was actually kind of having fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's in the realm of those films that they did the best they could with the budget that they had, which was not nearly what it probably should have been.
It was higher than probably it could have been too.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Never mind.
and like it just goes off on these like whims and tangents of things that just don't really matter. Like I think when I saw a certain review that somebody wrote about that this film does whatever the hell it wants whenever the hell it wants. And that's a really good explanation of like, oh yeah, sure, we'll do this now. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like the whole movie got distracted every 20 minutes.
And I think it works. And if this comes
Yeah.
out the wrong way, I apologize to our Aussie friends. It works because it's this crazy Australian movie. It's a homegrown Australian flick that bleeds Australian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The most important thing to all of this is that our main character really just believes all of it. Like, he's all in. He's completely honest with his portrayal of the rebel. There's no tongue-in-cheekness to it. He knows what the role is, and he knows, it's weird, he knows exactly how much cheese is there as well. Because he has to, right? I mean, it's just, you look at these people lined up side by side after everybody's in costume, and it's like, okay, how I can't take this completely 100% seriously. I mean, this isn't going to be Mad Max. This is Mad Priscilla, Queen of the Maxes.
Yeah, and obviously it being a musical really undercuts the seriousness of it that they're trying to do.
Not as much as I thought it would, because the music at least still kind of fits the mood. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I want to say all this mean stuff about it because it is just a pot of stew, and it's just a bunch of ideas just stirred together. But like, it really works in a weird way. Like, I don't feel upset about it. I don't feel like I need any more questions answered because there really weren't that many in the beginning of the movie. None of the technology matters how it works at all. Oh, we're going to digitize you and send you back in time. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Bam, done.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Hey, if that's how you're going to look at it, then that's how I'll look at it. That's fine.
I do have to say, I'm willing to bet that they had a really good time making this. Mm-hmm. I bet they had a lot of fun. Like, I bet it was still like it was tough, but like
it was hot and sweaty.
Yeah,
like,
but I feel like
Australian
they probably
movies.
had a good time just because of how ridiculous it all is. Like, the idea of him, like, as jacked as he fucking is with that ridiculous haircut and like his shirt that is just ripped to shreds, but he's still wearing it.
The shirt needs an award too, because it's like holding on for dear life, and it did it the whole movie until he purposely took the shirt off.
Yeah. Well, and there's a point too where he like crawls through like a hole in the wall or something, and the shirt gets caught on the wall and comes off. And then next time you see him, he has it back on. So I
He
like
went back to get it.
like that's like I like to think that he got out of the like whatever the tunnel he was in or whatever and realized he didn't have his shirt anymore. I was like, oh, I gotta go back and get my shirt.
Yeah. It gets cold at night.
Yeah. They throw some crazy weird like sword and sorcery, sword and sandal type movie special effects in there. A lot of people get
characters.
electrocuted in this.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
a strange amount of people get electrocuted in this movie. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Let's grade. All right, Chris, my friend. Sons of Steel, do you recommend, and what's your grade?
All right, yeah, I'm going to recommend it, but my grade is absolutely going to be like 3 different grades, because sometimes in my head I was like, this is the worst piece of garbage I've ever seen in my life. But it's also really sincere, and I really feel like they really felt like they had an idea and really wanted to get it on screen, and they did. But I think they forgot the explaining part, which is why they threw the head in there at the end.
Yep.
But it's just so... I don't even want to say bad. It's not bad. It's an enigma. It's one of those, I know this movie is bad, but I can only point to like 1 or 2 things because there's other stuff that's really fun and good. If it's a regular movie, this is a D+, but for this show, this is a B. Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you pretty much across the board. I'm definitely recommending it. It's one of those like, yeah, you got to watch this shit in. It's fucking crazy. And for me to say that with the multitude of songs that are included in full performance in this film is probably saying something. Because I didn't mind it. I'm not going to say that I love the singing and stuff, but I didn't mind it because it was kind of like, it was kind of like this like weird like hair metal type of.
Oh, it's definitely like Judas Priest inspired. 100%.
Not that heavy though.
No, I was thinking his singing style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He definitely does a lot of like
Very big
stuff.
and operatic. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a rock opera. It's just like Tommy or Quadrophenia
I missed the pinball and the drugs.
or Bat Out of Hell. Bat Out of Hell is a rock opera, isn't it?
If it's not, I will say it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, but yeah, no, I'm definitely going to recommend it because it is one of those movies that like falls in with like Black Roses or what's the other Miami Connection or
also,
like
it feels like it's got a connection to that one Dr. Caligari, the quote unquote sequel to Caligari.
oh yes, Dr. Caligari, yes.
Yeah, it lives there too. It's got a summer house.
Nelson's actually in the chat room currently. Yeah, where you're currently talking Sons of Steel, Nelson. Yeah, so no, I'm absolutely agreeing. It definitely falls into that that like heartfelt.
Yeah.
You tried your best, but like, is it great in terms of all of your like aspects? Like the cinematography is garbage, the effects are garbage, but they were able to keep that feeling of authenticity with it.
Yeah.
Which is, as we've seen, is a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah. It feels like if this group did one or two more movies, they would have something pretty decent because their skills would all be really well.
And they never
really
did
well
that, which is just really, I mean, I think the director worked on some like TV stuff, but like there wasn't like a follow up. And then they do the bait and switch ending where like you think you're getting one ending and then they're like, no. Why don't we do this instead? And you're like, oh, okay. So none of this matters. Like nothing in this.
Yeah,
matters.
no, none of it did. So that was fine. I mean, if they could send somebody back in time, you can fix the ending as many times as you want.
They sent them forward in time, 112 years.
And they sent them. Well, it doesn't matter.
Anyway,
I don't know.
So I'm definitely recommending it. And as far as a grade, you like the 2-tier, like in terms of like filmmaking and it's like a D film. But the enjoyment of it, if you're a cult movie fan who likes to see bizarre, weird stuff, it's up there. It's B+ type movie. So take that grade if you want to average it out to like a C+ or something like that. You can do that, or you can look at it as like B+, so bad it's good fare, or just garb. Like however you want to look at it is fine. But I think it's bizarre. I'll just leave it. It's bizarre. Okay, speaking of bizarre, we all saw Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and that's where a lot of us met Alex Winter in an extended role. Yes, I think probably we had seen him in like Lost Boys and maybe a couple other things, but like this is Alex Winter's movie, and Freaked is a very bizarre flick. So here's a trailer, and then we'll kind of try to get into it.
Ricky Coogan, Brat Pack Sleazebag. Elijah C. Scuggs, Freak Show Tycoon, an amateur bioengineer.
I can look at a guy like Kevin Costner and see a giant peach grub.
When fate brought them together, Mr. Scuggs took an average Hollywood slime ball and made something out of him.
Oh, God! This was my good side!
20th Century Fox presents Freaked. It's about friendship.
I thought I told you to shut up!
Loyalty.
I say we kill him!
Life's big questions.
How many feminists does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Oh, show business.
The public does not want to see disgusting, depraved, violent filth.
And I suppose Jake and the Fat Man was just a fluke.
It's about state-of-the-art technology. It's about Mr. T's, the bearded lady.
I am woman.
Now, like me, it's about Bobcat Goldthwait as a sock.
It's the end of the world! The apocalypse!
It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry.
And it'll make a cold sore that you thought had healed up start bugging you again.
It's the kind of film Brooke Shields has always wanted to do.
Oh.
Introducing Larry Bud Melman as the President of the United States.
What's the matter? Afraid of a little rock stuff?
In Freaked, coming soon to a theater. Freaked, but ugly, but funny.
Welcome to show business, morons!
So it had been a long time since I'd seen this. Directed by Alex Winter and Tom Stern. Alex Winter, Tom Stern, and Tim Burns worked as writers. So Alex Winters, as you know, a director, has actually worked on some cool things throughout the years. Was it whether it was Adulthood or like what was that fucking documentary he did about the deep web that was really good? Was it called Deep Web?
I don't remember. I know he did the Ben 10 stuff, the live action movies, I believe.
Yep.
That's the most I remember.
Let me get the director credits up here. I think it might just actually be called Deep Web.
Could be.
But he's done, Deep Web. But he also did that Panama Papers documentary.
Oh, yeah.
He did the Showbiz Kids documentary. He did a Frank Zappa documentary. He did the YouTube effect. So he's done a bunch of of good documentary work over the years. And obviously he's built, he's built from Bill and Ted's, which is what we can all remember him for if we want, or like look at some of his other stuff. But this was, I think, him trying to make a weird cult movie. And it's really interesting when you look at the cast because you have Brooke Shields, you have William Sadler, Morgan Fairchild shows up, Alex Zuckerman's in it, Megan Ward's in it, Randy Quaid shows up, who is one of the few actors who has gone off the rails that I have a hard time okaying myself with, but still.
He went off the rails in a weird way. It's not like he didn't go all racist, did he?
He did.
He did?
He did.
Because I know that, and I'm going to say the poor guy. I think the poor guy fried his brain.
Probably.
Because he does not seem like the person we knew him as an actor in interviews and
I think he was always out there. And as he got older, he just kept going, and then like there was no filter anymore. Either way, this is Randy Quaid, peak Randy Quaid time. And also Mr. T is in this as the bearded lady, as you heard in the trailer there. The story is very simple. Alex Winter plays, childhood actor who's been in a bunch of movies and a bunch of TV shows. He's like, Brat Pack style, very popular. He decides that he's going to take money over morals and signs up to be the celebrity spokesperson for a killer pesticide.
Yeah. Which is funny to me because it's this big barrel of toxic shit that ruins people's lives. And this was came out the same month Return of the Living Dead 3 came out.
Yeah.
Of course, this thing also made $30,000. So I don't think it ever really hit theaters. Because of all the stuff coming out around it, I think it was probably smarter for them to do whatever they did with it. Because it would have gone up against Cool Runnings and shit like that. And Jurassic Park had been out 2 months beforehand, the first one. So there was a lot of big stuff around this, and I didn't see this till it hit cable. So, and I was working in movie theaters at the time.
Yeah, I
definitely would have watched it.
I want to say I didn't get it until I rented it. I want to say that I rented it at some point. But the things that this film is it doesn't, and at no point ever take itself too seriously. They're definitely trying to give you a thing on big corporations and money and all of that stuff.
But it's also almost through a 50s Mad Men kind of lens, but by way of Warner Brothers Acme, type shit. Because it's a cartoon. It's a live action cartoon.
Yeah, it really is. But the
That's how
cast
they
is just
treat it.
ridiculous. The cast is like, if you think about the people that are in this, and we didn't even mention that Keanu Reeves is the dog boy in an uncredited role. So like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's
the front half of
three
this,
main cast members from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah. So you have this first half of the film where he travels down to this, fake South American country, the patron saint of cream or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Santa Leche or whatever it was.
I forget what it was. Yeah, but it's obviously all made up.
Yeah.
Names.
So he sees him and his dude that he's with sees, a hot girl that's protesting against the EES company, and
I love that. EES is the company that's making this toxin, and the EES stands for everything except shoes.
Yep. And tries to bed the woman by using a alias, and then she talks shit on his acting career.
Yeah,
and that's when he's like, I could act circles around Christian Slater.
Yeah, they got all those bandages from somewhere, and they bandaged him up to look like an accident victim. Yeah, because this is a cartoon.
Yeah,
I mean,
when we talk about films a lot here, and we talk about like pretentious filmmaking, this might be the most unpretentious film I've ever seen.
Yeah,
nobody cares at all about how they're being viewed in this. The sheer fact...
I was trying to think if there was any exception to that, and you're right.
No. The sheer fact that Mr. T plays the bearded lady should tell you everything you need to know about this movie.
Not just the bearded lady, but a trans. There are 2 trans characters in this movie that have been changed, and maybe 3 if you count the wrench into a hammer.
Yeah. Yeah. So the first half of it, they're driving through. She sees a freak show. And so they're like, let's check it out. And it's run by Randy Quaid. He's a mad scientist who's basically turning ordinary folks into freaks.
Yeah.
Whether it's the dog boy, the worm boy, the frog man, whatever it is.
Yep.
He captures the 3 of them. He fuses the sidekick. I forget what the sidekick's name was, but he fuses him with the girl.
Yep.
And then...
because those 2 don't get along, so that's classic 70s comedy right there.
Yep. It is fun that when he first pieces them together, they have 3 legs. But then afterwards, they only have 2.
Did they? I didn't.
Yeah, I noticed that. Because
Okay.
I was like, oh, how are they going to walk with 3 legs? And no, they have 2 now, so it doesn't matter. And then they turn Alex Winter's character into Beast Boy, where he's half his face is like gargoyle gremlins type guy, and then the other half is Bill S. Preston Esquire.
Yeah.
And then it's just there's a lot of jokes in this that are slapsticky, Naked Gun, Airplane. Hot shots, like
stuck in that decade too.
Yes,
like
but a lot of it works, and a lot of it, as dumb as it is, you still get a chuckle out of it. Like when the guy sits down at his computer and he goes to move the mouse, and the mouse is an actual mouse.
Yeah, but not just a mouse. It has chips and wires in it, and it's not like they don't show it and then the hand goes to it. It's just there. I like those kind of things where it's a joke, but it's like not a joke they're pointing out. Like grabbing the mouse is a regular shot you put in a movie.
Yeah.
So there you go. It just looks like that. That's all.
So this apparently, when it was released, was only released into 2 theaters. It was put out on VHS for a short time and then was discontinued.
Oh.
And then was not available for a number of years until it was released in a special edition DVD in like 2004, 2005.
Oh, wow.
So now I know there's a Blu-ray. It's on all the streaming services. But so there was a time where this was, because I remember bootlegs of this. Like if you go to conventions, like I think the VHS Preservation Society had one, and bootleg DVDs of it and stuff. So there was a number of years where it wasn't available. But for me, I enjoy this, but the second half of it, I just kind of feel they got to a point where they're like, well, what the hell else are we going to do?
Oh, yeah, you got to take the bad guy out at that point.
Yeah, and it just all kind of happens very quickly. And they don't really flush out the like corporate espionage section of the film, which is fine, whatever. Like, and then like Randy Quaid plays them all with the stuff, and so even though they're the everything except shoes company, when they get melted down with the toxic waste, they then reform into the shape of a shoe with a tongue.
Yep.
A human tongue, not a shoe tongue.
Right, and teeth and a bunch of eyes. And
bizarre.
All of the artwork was done by Screamin' Mad George.
Yep.
And all I knew was this person's name. I'd never seen a picture of them. I had no idea what they looked like, and apparently they're Japanese. I didn't know.
I actually knew that. I knew that.
Highly inspired by Ed Roth, I would say.
Oh, 100%.
These monsters.
100%.
They were the monsters at the end. Like The Guyver is a nice low budget movie with really great monsters. This outdid it. This was just, these monsters were fantastic. Like the amount of articulation on the face, like each eyeball was articulated, like a bunch of really like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Good. People threw everything they had into this. And I think the end confrontation really shows off. This is basically a talent reel of special effects, I feel.
Yeah.
Because the monster makeup that Alex wears, it's like a two-face thing where the left side of his face is all monsterish and then the other side is normal. So they had to figure out a way to get his lips on the human side to mesh with the monster side and still have him be able to talk and articulate. And I think I know how they did it, but I'm not 100% sure. So good for them.
Yeah.
Because if you can trick me, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
And it didn't always work out with the lip sync on him. Like some parts of it were fake and they were interfering with the way his mouth was moving. But all in all, good job. Really good work with the with all of the special effects stuff, the makeup and everything.
Yeah. So Tom Stern and Alex Winter had worked together on a short back in '85, which a lot of people credit this as kind of being like not a proof of concept, but like for them to be able to make Freaked was because they did this, called Squeal of Death, which is a short that runs about 15 minutes. And it's like that slapstick comedy style of like whatever you want to call it, cult madness. Yeah. But so Tom Stern also then worked on like the Gorgon Video Magazine. He worked on Impact Video Magazine, and then also did a number of music videos. So he did the Red Hot Chili Peppers video, Taste the Pain, in '89. He did the Ice Cube video, Who's the Mac, in 1990. Decadent Dance by Extreme in 1990. And then he did Freaked. And then he also went on to work. He did Marilyn Manson, a Marilyn Manson video, Dope Hat. And then after that, he did a lot of like TV stuff. Worked on the Jimmy Kimmel Live stuff. Worked on the Man Show a little bit. He actually looks like he was one of the main directors of the segments in the Man Show, which is obviously, if you try to watch an episode of the Man Show now, you want to talk about all-time worst aging shows. Man Show is the top of the list.
Yeah. Second followed by everything on Spike.
Well, that's what the Man Show was on.
I know. So there's
was it Comedy
else.
Central?
Huh?
Man Show was on Comedy Central.
No, what? Oh, was it? I don't know.
I think so. But good news, he also directed some episodes of 1,000 Ways to Die, which was on Spike.
Oh, okay, fair. Good.
Yep. Joe Schmo Show, Norm Macdonald is trending. Episode of Broke Two Girls. He directed the Kevin Hart's Guide to Black History. Okay. SpongeBob Appreciation Day, Patchy's Beach Bash, Crank Yankers.
So it sounds like he has a definite sense of humor that he likes.
Yeah, and he also then he directed most recently. He directed the The Butthole Surfers documentary that came out a year or two ago.
Oh, okay.
And the Butthole Surfers did music in this film too, along with the Rollins Band.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The opening credits, while I may have liked them the first time I watched this all the way back in probably 94, they suck now. They are seizure-inducing flashing lights, but not really flashing lights. It's like flashing claymation, where one frame is darker than the other, and then it goes back up. And
Yeah.
But there's a lot of nice, I guess it's stop motion, and it's like where you make your thing, and then you cut slices, and it changes as it goes through. So there's the whole thing. It's neat. I do feel like it goes on too long. I kind of got sick of it.
Oh, the opening credits, yeah. And the thing is, this only runs an hour and 17 minutes, including the closing credits. So you have like 2.5 minutes at the beginning. I mean, it was sick because you get that sick Rollins Band song. But
true. Very jarring though for an opening credits song.
Sick though. Fucking Rollins Band's the best. So you have 2.5 minutes or so there at the beginning, and then you have almost 5 minutes of credits at the end. And it's an hour and 17 minutes long. And somehow the second act of it still feels a little long. But you got the Bob Vila lookalike. You got all the fucking crazy shit. The effects, though, like the makeup effects are very good, I think. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Let's just grade it.
Okay.
Chris, you recommend, what is your grade for Freaked?
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, okay, we're done?
Nope, not yet. Sorry.
All right, so
gotta finish.
Damn it. There's I'm gonna grade this sort of two ways. Because I have to give this a lot of credit for the art and talent and everything put into making all of these characters and having them like pretty much believable from the beginning. Like the Eternal Flame, just dialed in, got it. He knows his character. He's good, and that's great. Nobody feels like they're holding back or anything. Like we're gonna have fire shooting out of your ass at literally every second you're on screen. Cool. That was it. That was the conversation. He was hired. And they put makeup on the characters that need it. They don't on like the Eternal Flame dude. He's just got like a leather crash helmet and regular clothes, and it works. He looks like a circus performer kind of guy. And so for artwork and makeup and all of that, it gets an A+. This is like up there with some of the best practical, like Killer Clowns would be another one. Like you did a whole movie with those guys running around, and I believe them. Good. So it gets an A+ for that. I would be remiss if I didn't say one of my daughters has a new favorite movie of all time.
Excellent.
Yep. Rip loved this. And I knew I had been waiting to watch this for a while because I knew she would zoom in, like she would just zero in on some of these characters as her favorite. And who do you think her favorite was?
Oh, God. Let me think for a sec here.
It's my favorite. Maybe your favorite, too.
Oh, man. Well, my favorite might be the cow guy.
Oh, yeah. Cowboy.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's not her favorite, though, I bet, right?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, our
was it the worm?
No, well, at first. And then Sockhead was introduced.
Oh, yeah, Sockhead.
Sockhead's the best. Sockhead is voiced by Bobcat Goldthwait, and it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. You're introduced to him, and he's like eating cookies, like Cookie Monster. And it's great. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she's Sockhead for fucking Halloween. But yeah, we're going to have to watch this quite a few times, and that's good because I like it. So I'm going to give it a B+. I recommend it. But if you don't like that Keystone Cops, Mr. Beanish slapstick comedy, there's a lot of Three Stooges references, which are way, way past their prime.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's definitely comedy from some of the more fun, edgier boomers, shall we say.
Okay.
So yeah, artwork and design and makeup and all of it, A+, regular movie, B+.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you pretty much across the board. I'm obviously gonna recommend it because it is ridiculous and it is short. The second half I think is weaker than the first half, but it's still worth it. And the makeup effects are A+, absolutely. Music is really good. You know, as we said, it's got some Butthole Surfers in it. It's got Rollins Band, a couple other things going on. So music is great. I think they did a really good job with what probably was not a big budget.
Oh yeah, and it went all into latex and paint.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
And the costumes for the merged male and female characters,
which they bought, I'm sure, at the Salvation Army store and then just stitched together.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it an overall. We'll go B. Yeah, we'll go B. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. Like,
yeah,
it's good. It's good. Check it out.
You should watch it.
Yeah. It's on Prime in the States currently.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, and Sons of Steel was on what's it called there? Shudder.
Shudder, AMC, and Canopy.
Canopy, yeah.
So there it is. There you go, Nelson. Thank you very much for.
And I love the logic of 12 of one thing is believable, but 13 is ridiculous.
Right.
I'm not gonna say what, but and the fur on the dog man. There are werewolf movies. You can see it a little bit here and there.
If you know that it's him, you can definitely see it.
First time I watched it, I had no idea till the credits because I wasn't paying attention.
Well, it's not in the credits
for that.
It's uncredited.
Oh, where did I read it then?
It's in the trivia, I think, on IMDb. Crazy, right?
Yeah, I must have read the trivia for this years ago. Then
probably, and you probably also heard it through the years because once it came out, it became public knowledge.
That's true. That's true. But the Wolf Boy look on him is better than some werewolf movies I've seen. Like really good fur.
Better than the Howling 3.
Well,
your sister's a werewolf, which two of the people that were in Sons of Steel were also in that. So
of course.
All right. Speaking of course, we are neck deep in Marine movies with Joe.
Oh, yeah, 5. We're on 5. I remembered.
Is this the last one?
I don't know that. God damn it.
Let's find out.
Well, hello, Bill. Hello, Chris. And hello, OTC Nation. It's your boy Joe here, and this week Bill took me to an amusement park. Wasn't that nice? It wasn't that nice. He made me watch the Marine 5 Battleground. Boy, they must have needed to clear some room in the mid-card for a few months in 2017. Because this thing is just packed full of the most dispensable names that you only probably remember from like a decade ago. After his WWE release in 2020, Heath Slater didn't exactly reinvent himself on the indies, learn a new hold, and come back better than ever. But dude was there longer than you remember. 14 years he spent in WWE, if you include developmental, and that's not nothing. For what it's worth, he's good friends with Rhino, who runs IWR out of Metro Detroit, and he pops in now and then, and I can honestly say he's both a nice guy and a good dude.
I'm friends with Sandman.
Let's be real here. Could you ever see a WrestleMania headlined by Heath Slater? Yeah, me neither. Curtis Axel is here, and, well, all I can think about is his recent mugshot after a drunk driving arrest, and that picture just makes me really sad for him. And not just because he still has, like, the forward-combed bangs haircut like he's George Clooney in ER in 1995.
Oh, that Greek Roman
Maurice
hairstyle.
Gets her name in the opening credits, even though she, spoiler alert, dies in the second scene of the movie.
Oh.
Naomi is here, too, and just like her wrestling career, I'm stumped as to how she keeps getting work. Oh, and Bo Dallas, whose wrestling career was just like the engine on your first car before you got your second car. Like, just when you think everything is fine, it just stalls out on you.
Oh, yeah.
After we spend the opening credits desperately clinging to life on the front fender of a motorcycle, while some really lame biker rock plays, Bo Dallas walks into a bar, and you know this guy is the most badass because he not only has one teardrop tattoo, but 3.
Ooh.
That's got to be a Vince directive, huh? Like someone
you're allowed
his old ass into what the teardrop tattoo means, and he was like, "Wow, this guy's so bad. Yeah, he's got 3 teardrops." Good shit, pal, I say sarcastically. Also, the biker bar is like this biker bar is like what suburban dads who live in Waterford but tell you they're from Detroit picture when they imagine a biker bar. Like, it might as well be called McStereotypes.
Okay.
Like, 2 randos pull up, and Merc,
sense.
the only biker there who actually looks like a biker, turns out he's the head of the gang, and the chase is on. Meanwhile, Miz is an EMT. He and his partner roll up on a car accident where there is just this, like, enormous, I want to say pallet of bricks, but it's like they took a regular 4x8 sheet of, like, plywood, stacked 4 or 5 tons of bricks on it, and then suspended it from a chain over the sidewalk. Yeah, it's like that, hanging over the car, and it is so contrived that if you were an actual EMT, you would think, nah, this feels like a saw trap. Like, someone very carefully set this up. Anyway, Mrs. Wife is the damsel in distress, and I already spoiler alerted that she eats it on the scene, but not after Ms. rips her shirt open and shows everyone what a lucky guy he is, but also that no one thought to teach him how to do chest compressions. The whole plot here is that the wheelman for the drive-by on the biker isn't such a bad guy. He's been shot, so he calls an ambulance to get him to safety. He's hiding in the multi-level parking garage of an amusement park, and my partner isn't just an EMT. He's a former Marine, a trained killer, and he'll send you all to hell before he gives up on that kid.
Sounds like the opposite
is what
of an
the
EMT.
Other EMT actually says. That is verbatim. That's what she says when the mid-card mafia has her held hostage. Also, the wheelman isn't a kid. Other characters call this guy a kid like 3 times. This dude looks like he's in his early to mid-30s. So I kind of feel like maybe the character was originally supposed to be a young person, and they just like forgot to change that part of the script. And that
I
really,
can see that. Yeah.
That whole idea that I just said, like, that sums up the level of care that went into any/all of the Marine movies. Like, it was originally supposed to be this young kid who's in over his head, but suddenly it's a guy in his 30s who has to live because he has a daughter, yada, yada. But they keep calling him a kid. They never thought to change that.
All right.
Mrs. Partner is unceremoniously plinked in the head by Bo Dallas after they make a deal that could have ended the whole movie. Mind you, it would have been a 40-minute long movie, but honestly, Murphy's Law is applied so much in action movies that it would have gotten a huge pop out of me if that's the direction they went. Instead, her death sends The Miz into full-blown Marine mode, and that's when we move from the parking garage to the amusement park for 45 minutes of 80s-inspired classic action movie action. Normally, I'd rewrite that sentence, but, that's the original wording my brain came up with, and I thought that it needed highlighting. It's a little messy over here sometimes. There's a cute little twist you can see coming from a county over, where the biker gang's second in command ordered the hit on the leader up top so he could assume command. I hope that I just ummed a lot. And instead of the bikers going, "Hey, Miz," and guy who should have bled out 5 times over the course of this movie, we got duped. You were just defending yourselves. We're going to go over there and grab a cherry Coke slushie. Maybe don't be here when we get back. Nope. Loose ends and whatnot. Big old fuck-off fight scenes. And, Miz wins the day, as you'd expect. But at least in all of these movies, he gets monumentally fucked up in the process. Like, he's not booked to be Superman, and in a non-like science fiction actioneer, that's one of my green flags. Here's the thing. The good. Handful of mid-carders probably got a good paycheck from this. Better than they would have gotten if they were going to be on like a, 90-second segment on Raw. My bug zapper went off and my cat sneezed over the course of about 5 seconds there. That was weird. I'm just glad Ryback wasn't in this fucking thing. And for like the second week in a row, the hand-to-hand stuff stood out. The bad. From a story and dialogue standpoint, this might be the second worst of the series behind part 2. Like, this was a bit of a botch after the last couple weeks, but not terrible, so I'm only going to knock it down one spot on the card to a C-. We're going to finish out the Marine movies next week with The Marine 6, Close Quarters. Becky Lynch is in there, and insert a Close Quarters with Becky Lynch joke here. Until then, be good, everyone.
Next joke. Okay.
Yeah.
It's Scott. Time for Scott.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to come up with something witty, and I just couldn't.
Chris, this week I want you to really listen. Actively listen. Go the extra mile.
I'll go the extra mile, but you have to do that too with paying me.
Checks in the mail, buddy. Let's go.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. With Reverend Scott.
I have you now, you muscle-bound oaf.
Hey there, Bill and Chris. This is Reverend Scott. I hope you're happy to see me.
You should probably get $200,000 of facelifts.
I'll get right on that. But not until after I've had a chance to talk about a little movie I like to call Masters of the Universe. For a little context, they currently have action figures out based on this movie, which is based on a cartoon, which is based on action figures. Kind of reminds me of the video game they made based on Street Fighter the movie, which was a movie based on a video game.
What?
That's right. I just watched
Masters of the Universe,
a movie that's striking while the iron is hot. If you somehow managed to keep the iron hot for the last 43 years. I'm sure it's something the filmmakers have already discussed at length and chose to ignore.
An issue, related issue, that I can't really talk about.
But none of that matters now because we see the gorgeous planet of Eternia. And it's got exactly the fantasy vibe you'd hope it would.
Because it's got that, not ethereal, but surreal kind of feel to it.
No, Chris, it's pronounced Eternia. Anyway, at this point, Adam is but a wee lad, 10 years old. He may be a prince, but he is treated no differently than the other kids. They just so happen to be much bigger and stronger than he is. And their teacher for training is none other than Man-at-Arms, Duncan, aka Idris Elba, who gives no special treatment to Adam, but can see that his father, the king, seems to be disappointed in his battle prowess. Adam fears he may never live up to what everyone expects him to be. His friend and Duncan's daughter, Tila, tries to reassure Adam, but he isn't buying it. But Adam has very little time to mope around in his problems because Skeletor suddenly attacks the castle. Adam's king and queen parents are taken, while Duncan has a knockdown, drag-out fight with Trapjaw. Remember him? And Duncan barely escapes with his life at the end of the fight. Adam makes it to Castle Grayskull, and in a last-ditch effort to keep Adam and the Sword of Power safe from the evil, bony fingers of Skeletor, the sorceress, played by the perfect Marina Baccarin, I think that's how you say that, creates a portal, telling Adam that the sword will guide him back home. So what does Adam do? He immediately lets go of the sword while he's in the portal, which seems like a pretty dumb idea on Adam's part.
Kind of shitty, if you ask me.
Is what it is.
So I guess we don't really get to know what happens while Adam is between the ages of 10 and 25, but
just like
what
Jesus.
we do know is that Adam is now stuck on Earth. He's working in a cubicle as an HR representative with no way home.
Is there anything I can do about it? Nope.
Try to live your life.
Viewers of a certain age, aka our ages, will appreciate that Adam is wearing a pinkish shirt and purplish colored pants at work. He has an annoying boss that seems to not really appreciate Adam spending his days searching on the internet for swords. But I get it, swords are cool. Yeah. But it does go a little deeper than that. Adam may have no way home right now, but there is one thing he can do: find that sword of power. Now I know what you're thinking. Despite the funny fish out of water aspect of Adam on Earth, working for HR, living in an apartment with a roommate that thinks he's crazy, I mean, not even Adam's therapist thinks he's telling the truth about Eternia at this point. Adam screws up dates trying to tell women about his home world. He has drawings all over his bedroom and his apartment of these crazy things from his homeland. The Sword of Power, Grayskull, Sorceress, Ram Man, Fisto, Mechanic, all the gang is here on the walls in these little 10-year-olds' drawings. For a minute, it seemed like he did it to prevent forgetting about it all, but I think it was more just about him being homesick, because
that's not something you forget.
Okay.
But the more time we spend on Earth, the more I was worried this would be a repeat of 1987. One major complaint about the original Masters of the Universe film was due to the small budget, you spent 98% of that film on Earth in bland locations like a high school gym.
Well, yeah,
and I was worried they'd spend most of this movie on Earth too. And when they finally went to Eternia, I would be left thinking,
it just didn't last long enough for me.
That's what she said. I mean, no, she didn't. Anyway, I'm happy to report that it's really only the first act of this film that we spend on Earth.
Wow.
We get a few funny scenes finding the sword. A grown-up Tila shows up, now played by Riverdale's Veronica, aka the gorgeous Camila Mendez, and she helps him fight against a very cool-looking beast man rampaging through the city streets. I guess the sword was basically dormant until Adam found it or something, and then everyone came a-running. And I have to say, Beast Man, while not as orange as I would have liked to see, was very cool. He was big with long arms and he was very intimidating. The fact that Adam survived as long as he did against him without actually being He-Man is pretty remarkable.
Really ballsy. Yeah, what the fuck?
As Adam tries to keep up with Tila, he has the dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge, and at one point he jumps from an overpass at what most would assume would be a fatal height.
And I thought, oh shit, he's dead.
Yeah.
But I guess he's technically an alien, so maybe he's a bit more resilient. I don't know, but they finally escape on Tila's ship back to Eternia. But when we return to Eternia, things are not looking so good. With Adam's parents gone and Skeletor in charge, it quite frankly looks like shit. Basically like when Scar took over after Mufasa died. Spoiler alert.
Today.
But the good thing is that we get to see even more evil goons like Evil Lynn, played by Alison Brie, who is camping it up to the extreme and looking quite good doing it. And then we have Jared Leto as Skeletor. I'll start by saying he looks fucking amazing. Yeah. The bodysuit, the colors, the blue and purple, the glowing red eyes, and how they're animated as he talks and moves is just incredible. Shockingly enough, I found out Jared Leto was actually in the suit and on set performing.
Wow,
although maybe that's not a good thing.
It's really greasy.
Now, granted, his voice is heavily modulated. However, that being said, his performance was exactly what I wanted to hear. Not quite as high-pitched, but the laugh was pretty damn good, and he's bombastic, self-conscious, he's evil as hell, incredibly cynical, he makes fun of people, he's exactly what you would expect out of Skeletor. But to maintain his evilness on set without the Skeletor face, that was CGI obviously, Jared Leto covered his face in fake blood. So, yeah, that's a thing.
Which I don't talk about. Skull, man. Because, ugh.
In Act 2, we meet the good guys again that have been captured by Skeletor and imprisoned with Tila and Adam and a recovering drunk Duncan man-at-arms. He took his defeat and the loss of the royal family so hard that he turned to the booze. And Tila had to step up to be the fighter he refused to be. We get some meta humor as Adam tells Ram Man, Fisto, and the others what his names for them are on his drawings, being the fact that he left when he was 10 and not knowing any better. And eventually we get his first transformation into He-Man. It's very well done, even with some signature moves from the cartoon. Maybe not all of them, there's a few that I kind of expected to see but didn't, but it is what it is. But I do appreciate that there's been a lot of effort put into this movie to make the costumes mostly cartoon accurate, which made Tila very enjoyable to watch.
I agree with that.
But I digress. The second act has a lot of discussions and character building moments. There are some actions, but there's also a lot of talking. It does slog some, but only from a pacing point of view because I rather like the character moments. I just feel like it could have been tightened up quite a bit. And the third act, well, that really does pick up the pace immensely. More fighting, more flying, more comedy, and we even get some talking cringer. There's Triclops, Trapjaw, Beastman, Karg from the 87 film who was never in the cartoon but brought right from the old movie into this. Evelyn and Skeletor put up a great fight. We get some twists and turns and some hilarious visions of Skeletor following Adam through his memories of Earth, showing up in different purple outfits with his skull head. The character of Skeletor in this is just evil for evil's sake, only wanting the power he thinks the sword can provide him. And
is another level. Like, he's so fucking good.
The humor in Masters of the Universe is a little quirky for sure. It might be a little off-putting to some. It's very tongue-in-cheek. It's completely self-aware of how goofy this fantasy world is, but it works it into this very well. I really like that about this film. It rode the jagged edge of that type of comedy. Sometimes it would fall a little bit into the cringe, but most of the time it fell completely into the rather hilarious territory. You might watch it and think,
that's weird. Reminds me of Cabin Boy.
But only if you're really old. But then again, you'd have to be like 45 to be old enough to even have grown up with these references in the first place. Some of the characters they chose to incorporate into this film I thought were perfect, but not all of them. But as funny as this movie usually was and how well the references were done, the thing that I appreciated the most was the character arcs, the growth, and the lessons that they learned along the way. Especially when I compare this to a certain other known IP movie that I watched recently involving a Mogwai that had basically no character growth and no lessons and no character arcs. I think mostly everybody learned some type of lesson. He-Man learned that it was never about being the strongest muscle man that he could be. It was more about being true to yourself and teamwork with others, and that really saves the day. Hell, even Skeletor learned that you shouldn't try and steal He-Man's sword.
Which is, you don't do that.
At least those are some of the morals that I learned and some of the morals that the movie told us about at the very end. You even get a little cool cameo that was pretty perfect. I won't ruin that, but I think I learned something about being true to myself too.
that's not a bad sentiment.
So was Masters of the Universe perfect?
No, not at all.
But it definitely exceeded my expectations, to say the least. Everyone seemed to know what kind of movie they were in. Something to be taken seriously from a reference material point of view, but not completely in the tone. So I do recommend Masters of the Universe, especially if you grew up with the cartoon and toys like I did, and I give it a B+. But what did you guys get for your reviews from last week? Well, first was Maggie Gyllenhaal's brother in Nightcrawler, aka...
I don't like to say this, but one of them there evil autistics.
One of many amazing performances by Maggie's brother and a very disturbing film to watch. I remember quite liking it, and I give Nightcrawler an A. And that review also gets an A. And not to be outdone, we had Chet Hanks' father in Joe vs. the Volcano, aka...
It's an early Tom Hanks movie.
That's what I said. Also, I'd like to apologize on behalf of Bill after he said this.
Goes to this doctor, and the doctor says to him, yeah, you got a brain fog. You know, the clinical brain fog.
Bill, his diagnosis was a brain cloud, which, as we all know, is a rare black fog of tissue in the center of the brain. Everyone knows that. So I give Joe vs. the Volcano a straight B. And the review? Well, that only gets a B-. All right, that's all I got for this week. So until the next time yelling at the sky while holding a sword makes you buff and tan and lose all your clothes while riding a green talking tiger and fighting a muscly skeleton man, peace and love, guys. Outside the Cinema with hosts Bill and Chris.
Which one of these two people is the bigger piece of shit? And I think I know the answer.
You pathetic pair of pitiful pinheads!
You boob.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us this week. Thank you very much to Nelson for providing the films through Patreon. You can do the same if you're a Patreon member, patreon.com/outside the cinema. If you're not a member, now's the perfect time to become one. I think we are through all of our Patreon picks, if I'm not mistaken. So if you can get me some real quick, maybe they could be on next week's show.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
But go ahead.
We'll see. Reach out to Chris and I at OTC Bill, at Cthulhu.
Yep.
On Instagram. It's all that matters, man.
Yeah, that's all we got.
It's all that matters. Everyone have a good week. We'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, bye.